important question of this conversation, Alia Bhatt. Who is the President of India?
Oh God, it's just changed now. Madam President. और तुम लोग मेरे को डम समझो, मेरे को कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, जाके मेरी फिल्म देखो बस.
Obviously, this question has come up in your conversations, nepotism, right? And what became that discussion, say 2 years ago, when you were the center of it for some weird reason?
Of course I felt bad. But feeling bad is a very small price to pay for the kind of work eventually that you are respected and loved for. Actually, I'm a little bit more honest during my pregnancy. People have been saying that to me, Ayu, something is different. So I said, I can't help it. Maybe I just have no filter. So actually, you have the best version of me right now.
Perfect. Hello and welcome to Sit with Hitlist, our completely unscripted podcast plus print plus video series. My name is Mayank Shekhar and with me is, Alia Bhatt in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Clapping for myself.
Well, firstly, is it Alia Bhatt or is it Alia Bhatt Kapoor, Alia Kapoor Bhatt? How does it go?
Whatever you want.
What is it for you?
I will and always will be Alia Bhatt, and now I'm also a Kapoor. So if you want me to say Alia Bhatt Kapoor, you can say Alia Bhatt Kapoor.
But what is it on your passport? Does it remain the same?
Abhi filhal I have not had the time to change, even add the fact that I have a husband on my passport. So he has very promptly gone and done that. So I am still in the process because I've been traveling so much. I went to London for 2 months. I came back. Now again I'm going to travel for a holiday and I'm going to go back again. I'm going to travel. So जब travel इतना होता है तो my passport I can't give for any submission for any change.
But you're thinking about it?
मैं करने वाली हूँ.
Oh, you're going to do it? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
I have to add all these things. I mean, I'm happy to do it. I'm a...
So it'll be Alia Bhatt Kapoor, basically.
Yeah, and I have to add the...
You're not
Ranbir
part
Kapoor.
of Bhatt camp anymore.
No, I will always be Alia Bhatt. My screen name will always be Alia Bhatt. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Since, we're going to have a child now, I don't want to be the Bhatt whilst the Kapoors are traveling together. You know what I mean?
Right,
I don't want to feel left out. So I'm like, okay, no, I want to be... even on my travel, like documents and when we travel, I don't want to be the left out person.
Well, congratulations anyway.
Thank you so much.
For the marriage, for the baby to be.
Thank you.
Of course, for your own production.
Yes.
But I have to first tell you a little bit about this particular series, on an on-and-off series that we do, Alia. We started a few years ago with Aamir Khan, okay? And it was a pretty decent conversation. It was the first one that we had, first guest that we had here on this show. And this is around the time Secret Superstar was coming out, okay? So it was going to release a couple of days later. A lot of people had seen the film before, including me. And when we started the conversation, we went on talking about lots of things. And it was a good conversation, except Aamir knew that I'd seen Secret Superstar, but I wasn't talking about it at all, okay? And the moment I said, it's a fantastic film, he just totally opened up. So I'm not going to make that mistake again. And of course, let you know and let the audiences know. And it's a fantastic film. Like an absolutely fantastic film. And so now
the fact that you have said that right now, I already have so much more attention on me.
Yay.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, and also I'm obviously not just saying that because you're going to open up now.
No, of course. Listen, मैं तो खुली किताब हूँ.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I'm a very honest person in general, and actually I'm a little bit more honest during my pregnancy. People have been saying that to me, Ayu, something is different. So I said, I can't help it. Maybe I just have no filter, So actually, you have the best version of me right now.
Perfect.
Especially now that you've called my film fantastic,
Yay.
so even more.
So firstly, of course, because I want to delve into your film a little bit first, is this particular character that you play of Bhadru, right? Who is from a certain socio-economic background, from Bombay, which is quite similar to the socio-economic background of Safina.
Correct.
From Gully Boy, except these two people are diametrically opposite.
Yeah.
Where Safina was a completely feisty person, here there's a meek person and also like gullible.
Correct.
In love, right? Was that something that drew you to this character? Because it's from the same world, but two different people?
See, when I choose a script, I'm not choosing it basis on what... I mean, I am actually a lot of it of like what I've played so far, कि कुछ अलग करने को मौका मिलेगा. So yes, maybe she comes from the same socio-economic background. Maybe she comes from the same area even, set in the heart of Mumbai, Baikala. But she's this extremely naive, eternal optimist, almost silly at times kind of girl, which I found very refreshing only because then you're really testing her with the circumstances that she's put in. To see the kind of personality that erupts within even a person like her when you change her circumstances, I found very interesting. I found very kind of new, unique, and of course challenging.
Of course, this one is from Baikala. Safina was from Kurla, if I'm not mistaken. Have you actually met women from these two neighborhoods of similar economic backgrounds? I mean, I know that Ranveer did meet those two people, those two hip-hop artists that the film was based on. Did you actually meet someone like Safina to get a better sense? You're a Juhu girl, pretty sure with not that much access to that world, I'm assuming.
I didn't. Again, it's very strange. It's not something that I ever force. If it happens naturally, it's not something that I feel कि मिलने से मेरा कुछ हो जाएगा, because I always follow the written word.
Okay.
But I depended a lot on Jasmeet for that, my director, because she spent 3 months in Baikala. So she would come and tell me things, and I'm a bit of like a sponge. Like you can know who I've hung out with the day I've hung out with that person, because I start speaking like that person. So
who are you speaking like right now?
Right now, I'm speaking like myself, because I've hung out with nobody today. But yeah, I would pick up a lot from her when we did readings and all of that. Like Vijay Maurya has done dialogues and stuff like that, so I pick up a lot from him. But I didn't meet anyone and all of that. If Jasmeet really wanted me to do it, I would have done it, but she didn't really push it. I didn't really ask, so I just went with what I had created in my head for the character.
Here's the thing, right? And you seem to say this quite often about what your acting process is, and it seems either you don't want to demystify it and let it be what it is, and chal raha hai, chalne do, is that you're extremely instinctive. You just do it, you do the take, and then you move out.
Yeah.
Would that be correct to say? Is that roughly what you do?
Pretty much. See, I do a lot of thinking. I'm very in my head, but it's in my head. Now, how am I supposed to express that? I did pick up something during Gully Boy when I was doing workshops with Atul Mongia, where every character and every character actually operates from 5 basic emotions. So even if it's a scene of even if it's a confrontational scene, say she's a very aggressive person, she'll maybe operate from that place. Things like that. Like I'm giving you basic examples. So maybe Jasmeet and I had a conversation of like, okay, what are her 5 words? What are the 5 emotions that that dominate her life? But वो सब academic chats है. मतलब वो सब film शुरू होने से पहले ही हम लोग करते हैं. When you actually are on set, none of that comes into play, because if you are living in the moment and if you are responding to what happens. Now in a shot, if I have dropped the salt, I've dropped the salt. Now, I have not planned that. I've dropped the salt, but then I have to respond to if she's a superstitious person, what she'll do with that salt. So things like that, like living a character, and sometimes it doesn't happen with every film, but living a character in the shot is so much more fun than living it before.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.